Hello, Stephen here, coming with another live stream. A recording, not a live stream of a Skyrim. I have over 3,000 hours in the game, and I'm gonna do something that I've wanted to do for a long time. Back in the day when I was into Skyrim, really heavily, I was into house mods. It was all about the house for me. I checked out almost every house, probably, back in the old RIM days. I kind of wish that I'd recorded those now. I mean, I wasn't even into recording. Anyway, I might get back into that. So, we're over here looking the geyser area, and right around behind me is a house mod I recently just found. It's called the Quaint Cabin by Rosehla. And let's take a look at it. Right, here's my horse. So what we have is a pretty good overview area overlooking the geyser area. I really like the way this is done. We have an area for the horse, chopping block, anvil, workbench, canning rack, storage. There's even a tent here with a bedroll, I guess for you or your follower. And here is a cooking pot. And it just hit me when I mentioned follower. Here's a grindstone that I probably should have picked up a follower, maybe Janessa or something, to see how followers act when you're in the houses. You know how I'm sure it's snap mesh where they can use the outside and inside area. There's a nice porch. Let's go inside real quick. Now, usually when I play Skyrim, I'm in third-person view. I don't like first-person view. I think it's too claustrophobic. I'm only in first-person view if I need to be, like picking up and moving items, things like that. But we might get in first-person view here to take a better look-see around. So I've been in the cabin before. I think it is very well laid out. It's very pleasant. The activate the plaques work. There goes my shadow rend up there. The cooking pot looks nice. Storage. I'm assuming that all this is safe. In the old days when I'd look at all the, God, must have been 100 or more house mods, I'd often open them up in the creation kit and check, the containers for being safe when I wasn't absolutely sure. There's another chest. We have a books. There's a staff up there of calm, another weapon rack. Couple of, there's some poison. And poison. Couple of nice poisons. Sleep in the bed. All right, we get the rested feeling. If we bring a spouse in here, I'm sure it'll be well rested. I did previously check out the display case here. It does work. I think that's a dagger rack, as I recall it. Okay, so this is probably kind of an amateur attempt at doing these type of mods. So there's my dagger in there. Want my dagger back. But this is a nice little cabin. It's in a scenic spot. I think it's very pleasant. There's another key to the cabin right there. I haven't really looked around in my previous look-see to see if there was anything I missed, as far as maybe a hidden trap door or anything like that. I don't know if there's anything like that. But I think that this is a very nicely laid out cabin. Uh, it's really not much more than I would personally need. Yes, nice installing and just looking at some of these larger, castle type mods. But for an actual realistic playthrough, I'm not sure. Oh, look at how the sun set. I guess in part because we took a little nap there to test out the rested bonus. Right over here on the side, torch bug. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it now, but right down here, getting first person view, there's a skeleton of a dead elf. Yeah, well, there's the skull right there. We can see it. And there's a helmet you can pick up if you want. There are some ingredients out around here, imp stool, things like that. Now, I actually uninstalled the mod while I was still here and looked at it. Most of those vegetation are not naturally there. So the author must have added a lot of this, which is nice. You know what? Let's see. It just hit me. We have some ingredients and stuff, but do we have an alchemy station? Huh. I'm using Cathedral Weathers at the moment. I think it's pretty nice. I've always been more of a Climates of Tamriel guy. But Cathedral Weathers is very nice. So right now I'm looking to see if I can see an alchemy station. For the ingredients we have. Maybe, but I haven't noticed it. It just hit me. Now I don't really play an alchemist or even into enchanting that much, especially if I'm a Nord. Usually I've always been a Nord, okay? The only way to play Skyrim, really, and it's not just my opinion, I'm going to state that as a fact. You have to be a Nord and you have to be a Stormcloak. But I've gotten, and I never really liked the beast races. But for some time now, I've really been into Argonians. Maybe because they're somewhat of a neglected red-headed stepchild. I don't know. They're kind of cool. So like with a Nord, I would never loot a Nordic tomb, or really any tombs. You don't loot altars, you actually place gifts. I'm more liberal with an Argonian. Let's go back inside and see if we see alchemy crafting station. Well, yes. I guess that was right here all the time, and I missed it. And now that I see it, I remember seeing it the first time I installed this mod. Okay, so we do have it. The Enchanter and the Alchemy Lab. So yes, all the ingredients outside do make sense. I'm not sure if one should take them if they respawn, but whether they do or not, this is a very nice touch to the cabin. So I do like this cabin. I think it is worth installing if you want to play, a character that only requires such a cabin. I mean, it's a nice location. Look, you can see the giant campfire all the way across. So let's do a wait and see. Then we'll wrap this up. I've got to get down to really learning how to make videos. Let's see what we get after 11 hours. I'm not even 100% sure this video is going to come out. But if I can get it down, yes. I'm going to start making videos. And unfortunately, I do whatever I do whenever I try streaming or making videos. I've got too many mods loaded. I mean, I've got the creation kit or some other needs mod. They're always getting in the way. I might have some lighting mods to, it makes it too dark sometimes. Now we've got a pretty good rain going. So we're not really making much mileage as far as looking at it in daylight. And now I'm getting some computer glitches. But the Quaint Cabin, check it out. Now I think there's another mod he has, I'm sure. It's called, I think, the Quaint Nest. I'm going to look at that pretty soon. And also another little shack by somebody else over by Ilianata. So the Quaint Cabin, I think it is very worth looking at. Let's take a look at it on the map. Here it is right here. There's the Shores Watchtower. So it's kind of out here overlooking the geyser area. Okay. The Quaint Cabin. Go take a look at it. All right, Stephen out.